22 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. The first round. The 22nd FIFA World Cup will be held from November 20th to December 18th. Qatar will host the tournament. The matches will be held at 8 stadiums. 48 matches will be played in the group stage, 16 games in each of the 3 rounds. The matches will be held from November 20th to December 2nd. The playoffs of the tournament will start on December 3rd from the 1/8 final stage. There are a total of 16 relegation games that will determine the new world champion. Who will win the first round matches? Who would be better to bet on the first round, which will be held from November 20th to 24? Qatar, Ecuador. Qatar has 12 goals in the last 10 games. The team conceded 8 goals. According to the analysis of the last 10 games, the advantage is on the side of Ecuador. 17 scored and 3 conceded. Ecuador creates a lot of chances, but the team lacks implementation. By the start of the World Cup, the coaching staff of the national team can make adjustments at this moment. To bet on the match, you can choose the goal of Ecuador, but the situation is complicated by the growing scandal about the purchase match. England, Iran. The English national team shows great potential. In 10 games, the team created a lot of scoring chances and scored 24 goals. The team conceded 11 goals. The Iranian national team has a goal difference of 13-7. The team scores less than it creates, and the missed ones go below expectations. In the first game of the World Cup, Iran will play with a stronger opponent. As part of the qualification for the tournament, the national team had no rivals of the level of England. Senegal, Netherlands. The last 10 games of the Netherlands national team ended with a goal difference of 23 scored and 11 conceded. The Orange ones score more, and show growing potential. The Senegal national team, according to statistics from the last 10 games, has a shortage of goals. The team scored 13 goals and conceded 9. Both teams have high-quality performers in the offensive line. Senegal went to the World Cup in the status of the strongest African team and has no plans to give up in the first round. The absence of Sadio Mane due to injury worsens the situation. USA, Wales. The last 10 games of the US national team ended with a goal difference of 20-8. In terms of defensive actions, the United States has luck. The Wales national team has 11 goals in the last 10 games. 14 goals were conceded. Both teams have equal chances for second place in the group. The USA is lucky when playing defense. Wales have a good implementation of chances, but there are problems with defense. Argentina, Saudi Arabia. Argentina finished the qualifying round in second place behind only Brazil. In the last 10 games, the team scored 22 goals and conceded 2. Saudi Arabia has scored 5 goals and conceded 4 in the last 10 games. The level of teams is absolutely different. Taking into account the weak realization of the moments by the players of Saudi Arabia and a large number of scoring chances at their gates, you can bet on the victory of Argentina. Denmark, Tunisia. The Danish national team won the qualifying group for the World Cup. The team has 17 goals in 10 games. 12 goals were conceded. The Tunisian national team scored 12 goals in 10 games. The team skips less. Tunisia does not play the best way when defending the goal. Opponents create opportunities for goals. Denmark, due to skill and experience, implements the few moments that it creates an attack. Mexico, Poland. The Mexican national team scores less and concedes more. In just 10 games, the team has a goal balance of 13 scored and 10 conceded. The Polish national team has stable indicators. 14 goals have been scored in 10 games. The Polish team conceded 16 goals. In attack, the Polish team scored more goals than created. The Mexican national team is more active in creating chances and playing more reliably in defense. The Polish team has problems playing defense. France, Australia. In the case of the current world champions, the statistics completely repeat the real numbers. In 10 games, the French national team scored 22 goals and conceded 8. The Australian national team scored 14 goals in 10 games. There is an imbalance in terms of defensive actions. The Australians have 8 goals conceded. In recent games, Australia has had no opponents of the level of France. At the same time, the Australians allow their opponents to create chances at their gates. France disposes of all chances in attack in cold blood. Morocco, Croatia. The national team of Morocco plays open and attacking football. The Moroccans have a goal difference of 16 scored and 12 conceded in 10 games. The team has problems with the implementation of moments. Croatia has shown exemplary implementation in the last 10 matches. There are 19 goals scored and 9 goals conceded. Morocco creates many moments, but does not always realize them. Croatia concedes less than a goal per match. At the same time, it has a good percentage of the implementation of moments. Germany, Japan. After a disastrous performance at the World Cup in Russia, the German national team conducted an exemplary qualifying campaign for the World Cup in Qatar. Bundesliga became the first in the group. The goal difference in 10 games is 27-11. The Japanese national team did not get enough goals in the attack. In total, the team has 15 goals scored and 3 goals conceded. In the Asian region, the level of football is more modest than in Europe. Germany shows good figures for the implementation of moments. Japan has only 3 goals conceded, but opponents regularly create dangerous moments. This is enough for Germany to win the match. Spain, Costa Rica. The Spanish national football team has a good realization of the created moments. The Spaniards scored 17 goals in 10 games. In total, the team conceded 6 goals. The Costa Rica national team was lucky in the qualifying round. The team performed better than expected. Goal difference in 10 games, 14 goals scored and 8 conceded. Costa Rica was lucky with its rivals in qualifying for the World Cup. In the first round of the World Cup, Costa Ricans will play with one of the contenders for victory. Luck alone is not enough. Spain has an exemplary implementation of moments, so we can expect a confident victory of the European team. Belgium, Canada. Belgium became the bronze medalist of the last FIFA World Cup. The Belgians are going to Qatar in the status of one of the contenders for the title. Belgium confirms its claim to the trophy with good results. The goal difference is 20-12 in the last 10 games. The Canadian national team has a young team that relies on a bright offensive game. The goal difference is 18-8 in 10 games. Both teams were noted for their good offensive play. This confirms the total number of balls. Every team has questions about defense. To bet on a match, you can choose to exchange goals. Switzerland, Cameroon. The Swiss national team has 13 goals scored and 13 goals conceded in 10 meetings. The Cameroon national team has slightly better statistics. The goal difference is 11 scored and 10 conceded. But the African national team has problems with the implementation of the moments. It is difficult to single out a team that is stronger by name. There is no clear favorite in the pair. Both teams concede as much as they allow to create chances at their own goal. This does not mean the highest level of goalkeepers. At major tournaments, a lot depends on the game of goalkeepers. Uruguay, South Korea. The Uruguay national team completed a cycle of 10 matches with a goal difference of 18 scored and 5 conceded. South Korea has 17 goals scored and 11 goals conceded. The team is more reliable in defense. Uruguay is higher in the FIFA ranking, has more experience of playing at major tournaments. With the same realization of moments in attack, the team from South America plays better in defense. Portugal, Ghana. The 2016 European champion finished the qualifying round in second place in the group and made it to the World Cup through the playoffs. Portugal has a goal balance of 17 goals scored and 6 conceded in 10 games. The national team has a good offensive line. Ghana has a negative goal difference. At a distance of 10 games, the balance of goals is 9 scored and 13 missed. Ghana has a weak implementation of the created moments. Portugal concedes half the expected goals. Given the difference in statistics, you can choose a bet on the match. Portugal victory. Brazil, Serbia. Brazil finished the qualifying tournament undefeated. In the last 10 matches, the goal difference is 28 scored and 3 conceded. The offensive line of the Brazilian national team is working effectively. The advantage is a good game of the goalkeeper of the team. Serbia was the opening of the qualifying tournament and entered the World Cup from the first place, not letting Portugal into Qatar. In the last 10 games, the Serbian team has a goal difference of 20 scored and 9 conceded. Analytics believe that Serbia was lucky in a number of matches. The Brazilian national team is the leader of the FIFA ranking and the main contender to win the World Cup in Qatar. Serbia played well in the selection, but it will not be possible to start with a victory at the World Cup. Bet on the match. Brazil wins.